You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, I have got your weekly spoilers for April 14th through the 18th. Kristina is going to get put away. Lucky is ready to commit, and Drew does a dirty thing. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Let's get started with the action coming on Monday, April 14th, which is season 62, episode 150. So Trina is opening up to her mom, Portia. She is very worried that Kai has decided to do this surgery without waiting to hear back from Portia. She's also worried about Kai owing Drew. But the thing is, Portia actually thinks that the surgery looks pretty good. So the big question is just, what is Drew going to want in the end? Because, you know, no such thing as a free lunch, right? Willow makes a big decision, and maybe she's going to go ahead and do those divorce papers and try and get sole custody now that Carly has come at her like this. But Willow also says to Nina on Monday that she is scared that there is some truth to it. And I think she is talking about Carly's accusation that she is selfish like Nell. I would love to see Nell crawl back up from that cliff she fell off and come back. That would be a whole lot of fun to see Willow and Nell together, tag teaming Carly. I don't think they'd win, but it'd be fun to watch. Meanwhile, Brennan is there to reassure Carly, who is very stressed out. In hindsight, she feels like she really screwed up by confronting Willow and almost slapping her, and thinks that what she did has basically handed Michael's kids over to Willow and Drew. Basically, she gave them a warning, you know, not a good idea. And Laura meets with Sonny, and what she says kind of shakes him up, and he wonders if someone is pressuring her to come after him. And of course, it's Boyle, but she also needs to forewarn him about the coming scene with her and Jordan. But I wonder if she's going to loop Sonny in on Jordan's plot to get close to Sidwell. Ava tries to comfort Rick, who is concerned. Ava's feeling pretty smug about her plan to blackmail Alexis, but Rick does not think his ex is going to go down like that and just cave in and embezzle money for her. I think Ava might have actually done better getting the money by blackmailing Sonny, although we'll see. Ava thinks Alexis has no choice but to accept. Rick isn't so sure, and Alexis, of course, is going along with Diane's plans to commit her. I actually did a video about that where I said I thought that that's what they were going to do. So when I was watching the episode, I was like, it's like what I said. They're setting up the whole defense and everything. Meanwhile, Molly and Kristina talk, and Molly thinks that there is a silver lining to her father's accident. Of course, this is all going to blow up in Kristina's face. Tuesday, April 15th, season 62, episode 151. Elizabeth is home from the hospital, and she's got people so glad to see her. Lucky and Aiden, obviously, but Lulu's going to stop by and see her ex-sister-in-law as well. Alexis is really struggling with her conscience on Tuesday. She feels bad about committing Kristina to the mental hospital, but also she heard what Diane said. Diane said what the whole audience is thinking, that by you continuing to fix Kristina's problems, all you've done is enable ongoing bad behavior, which is 100% true. Trina goes looking for Ava. I wonder if she's going to talk to her about Kai's surgery or just check in on her about Rick. And Chase has a heart-to-heart talk with Lois, and I wonder if they're going to talk about BLQ's baby. And Brooklyn has a plan, and she explains it, so we'll find out more about that next week. Wednesday, April 16th, episode 152 of season 62. Lucky is ready to make a commitment. I hope this is not anything to do with Kristina. It's bad enough that he's covering for her, and he may be making a commitment to stay at Elizabeth's and take care of her until she's fully recovered. She can't get up and down the stairs. She's in that leg cast. It looks like she's going to be crashing on the sofa for the foreseeable future, unless Lucky's going to pick her up and carry her up and down the stairs. We'll see. Tracy is intrigued by something, and Lucas walks up on a tense moment. There's lots of tense moments. It could be Marco with his dad Brad or his mom, or it could be Brad and Portia. I love that she has flipped the script on Brad and has made him her little minion at this point, and he has no choice. I'm so glad they have Perry Shen back on. I really enjoy him as Brad. Drew has a whole new scheme that he is hatching, and maybe it's against Carly, maybe it's against the Quartermaines at large. I think he is going to try and push Willow to get a divorce so they can go ahead and get married. Maybe he thinks that'll be a good defense against any future custody issues. Curtis is quite suspicious of Jordan, and of course she's cooking up her plan this week to set up her firing by Laura so she can take the lucrative job from Sidwell and try and figure out what he is up to. Thursday, April 17th is episode 153 of current season, and Sonny is hosting a nice bash for Dante's birthday, and I wonder if Kristina is going to be picked up at the party. It would be kind of fun if the orderlies from Shady Brook came and grabbed her at the party. It would certainly make a big scene. Brooklyn and Chase are making plans for their future, and I wonder if they're going to look at alternate ways to start a family. And Felicia has a request that she makes of Carly, and I wonder if this has anything to do with Sasha and with Jason and, everybody thinking that's the baby daddy. Cody offers Molly some help. They've been getting closer, so we'll see how that goes. And Marco gives Alexis some food for thought. Now, Alexis and Diane are supposed to be making him an offer to come work for them, so I wonder if he's going to be looped in on this whole Kristina legal issue. We're going to wrap up the week on Friday, April 18th, episode 154 of season 62. We are going to have Sonny confiding in Carly, and it looks like he might be finally telling her about his heart condition. Jason confronts Sasha, and I wonder if he's going to find out that she took money from Jen Sidwell. Anna and Felicia do some catching up. Wonder if they're going to discuss Emma and what Anna has found out. And Jordan gets a tempting offer, and maybe it's from Sidwell. Maybe he bought the scene that she and Laura made at the event. And Maxie is a little shocked by something. And just in casting news, Young and the Restless alumnus Daniel Goddard is going to start next week on General Hospital as Professor Henry Dalton. He's the one that Emma is excited to be taking his class, and the one Jocelyn has been assigned to as her first WSB gig. We'll talk about it more in the 2-week spoilers. But if you don't know Daniel Goddard's work, he was a real sneaky snake on Young and the Restless. He is Australian, so I'm curious if they're going to have him doing a U.S. accent or his native Aussie accent. He's a really, really hot guy. They originally had brought him in to audition to be recast Jack Brennan, but he didn't get the role, and instead they created this role for him, and I think you guys are really going to like him.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.